That is definitely a jam.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my sister's jam. Hey,
Hey.
Uh, I'm your host, Camille, and I am here with my lovely big sister, your other host, Missy. Hey, girl.
Hey, I missed you so much. It's kind of ridiculous.
I know it's been
I
a little bit. How are
know.
you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, girl. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I will say an
Are you?
improvement from the last time we were here, I think. I think I'm feeling
Yeah.
better than whatever I was feeling last time, so that's good.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes.
Are we're kind of still on the high from the concert, right? Y'all, we went to the Missy
Absolutely.
concert. Yes. We
Yes.
attended the Missy and Busta Rhymes and Sierra, Timbaland. Who else? Is that it?
That's it.
That's
Extravaganza.
it. Yes, the concert. They're stopping Dallas, and when we tell y'all it was insanely fire, our
It was
hips, feet, everything
everything I
was
could have
hurt.
hoped for. Truly. Oh, Lord. Don't
Ooh,
nothing show you
child.
your age like trying to dance, okay?
Yes, and standing up, you know.
Moving around. It's too much. It was honestly too much. But wouldn't trade it for the world. It was an awesome experience.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it
If you
was.
if you haven't checked out the recap, go to our YouTube shorts and for social media reels and all that.
Mhm.
But speaking of that, you guys may have noticed that we did not have an episode last week. We are now bi-weekly. So,
Bi-weekly.
yes. So we are no longer bringing weekly episodes. We need a break, and y'all probably need a break too. I don't know. I'm not
I don't
sure.
know. But
But
we do.
but we do. And so, okay, that is what we decided. So we are
And
back this
absence
week.
makes the heart grow fonder. So, y'all need a little
Exactly.
y'all need a little
Need
break every now and then.
right. Need a little where they at so y'all can
Yeah.
like actually miss us or whatever. And but be sure to stay tapped into our socials because we are still on there on a regular basis. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We do post the
Mhm.
YouTube shorts. Speaking of, shout out to all of our new followers on Instagram and our new YouTube subscribers because y'all are bomb.
Hey,
This last
y'all.
week,
Yes,
y'all
you
were
are.
like follow, subscribe. And we are at I think 97 subscribers. Go ahead and get us to that 100. Thanks.
Come on. Help that YouTube get to 100. That would be awesome.
Mhm.
We
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
Well, beautiful. Any other housekeeping? Is that all we got to catch up on before we get into today's episode?
Regarding housekeeping, I think that is it, sister. I think that's it.
That'll
Yep.
do it. Perfect. Well, we've got a good one today. This one for the old heads, y'all. If you are an
Yeah.
old head in age or in spirit or both,
Both,
this
whatever.
one is for you. Today, we are talking about our favorite jams by a couple of our favorite old school male groups. Now, this is going to be wonderful, darling. It's going to be a
Yes.
good one. Okay. We are
Yes.
excited, and I think we're going to jump right in.
Yes. Now,
And
I did
go ahead.
mean to say too that well, no, I wouldn't have said it before you introduced the topic, but we did talk about in episode number X, because I'm not sure which one it was. We talked about some of our favorite male groups that were kind of like more recent.
Correct. Correct.
I did 112.
And I did
And
B2K.
yes, and that episode was fire. So go back on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your audio podcast, and listen to that. So now this one is going to be our old school male group.
Yes, this is old school. So
Mhm.
I'm ready to get into it. Sister, are you ready for your first jam?
I am
And to
ready
tell
for
us who
my
your group is, of course, we'll introduce our groups before our first jam. So there's that.
True. Okay. So the group, so all of our jams will be from one group. And my group that I'm honoring today is the Mighty Mighty OJs.
Woo! Very worthy of a celebration.
Yes. So the OJs are an American R&B group originally from Canton, Ohio, formed in 1958. Wow.
Mm.
And originally consisted of Mr. Eddie Levert,
Mm-hmm.
Walter Lee Williams, William Powell, Bobby Massey, and Bill Isles. The OJs made their first chart appearance with the minor hit Lonely Drifter in 1963, but reached their greatest level of success once the producers Gamble and Huff signed them to their Philadelphia international label in 1972. You're going to hear a lot about Gamble and Huff.
Okay.
With my jams. With Gamble and Huff, the OJs, at this point, they became a trio after the departures of Isles and Massey. They were at the forefront of the Philadelphia soul music scene with Backstabbers. Big old jam. Big old jam. Okay. And they topped the US Billboard Hot 100 the following year with Love Train. People all over the world. Hey. Okay. Several other huge R&B hits followed, and the OJs were inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2005. Woo!
Woohoo! I love it.
Right. Yes. And so my first jam from this ultra dynamic group, girl, my earbuds, man. Okay. It's For the Love of Money.
Woohoo!
Hey. So
before you even get started, let me just say this playlist.
Yes,
this playlist, y'all, for the newbies that have recently joined us, we do have a playlist that accompanies every episode. I create a playlist on Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, and of course now YouTube. And so I ran through the playlist today, top to bottom, while I was grocery shopping and doing my little errands this morning. Bruh. This being the first jam and the way this song comes in is just like an iconic way to start a stinking playlist. I was like, yo, it's fire. It's fire from 3 seconds in. That's all. I just needed to say that. It was just fire.
Baby, because that bass line that I'm going to get into in a minute. But the way it opens with the bass line, I'm like, so y'all just like, let's open firely.
Yes, basically.
Let's crazily start this song. So that's what they did.
Yep. Playlist in the show notes.
Yes, playlist in the show notes. The YouTube playlist is on our channel. Go to the playlist tab. Go on and go in there. Okay. For the Love of Money is a 1973 soul funk song. It's funky by the OJs from their 7th studio album, Ship Ahoy. It was written and produced by famed production duo Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff. And I think all of my jams are produced by them, but we'll see. So this song peaked in the top 5 of the Billboard R&B charts and the top 10 of the pop singles charts. So this was like on the pop charts. I was like, oh, that's interesting. For the Love of Money was nominated for a Grammy Award in 1975 for Best R&B Vocal Performance by duo, group, or chorus. But it lost to Tell Me Something Good by Rufus. And I was like,
well,
yeah.
I mean, both very fire.
Right. Like that.
Understandable. Somebody had to win,
Somebody had to win. I mean, and that was some tough competition right there, because Tell Me Something Good. I mean, we talked about that in the prior episode.
Yes.
But okay. All right. Nothing we can say. Even though they didn't nab the Grammy that time, the song was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2016. So, okay.
Nice.
Cool. Now, the original premise of the song, though, it's about the dangers of worshiping money to the degree that you will do evil things to get it, right? But the song has been covered or sampled in over 130 songs. And it's sometimes taken out of context to mean hustle, hustle to get paid, like get this money, but
yes,
that's not what
That's
they meant.
not really what they was going for. Also, 130 songs is insane. I kind of just let you say that like that was normal. Sampled in over 130 songs.
Yep. So
I'm like,
I looked it up.
yes, 130.
Yeah,
That sounds
130
right.
different songs. Right. You're right. Yeah. Like,
That's a lot, but okay.
so like between covered and the fact that and that's combined, like both covered and sampled, but like the versions that were covered was like across all different genres, jazz, rock, everybody, every genre has covered For the Love of Money. And so I'm like, that's how you made a fire jam, if every genre covers your song,
Exactly.
That's crazy. So anyway, like a lot of the times, especially in hip hop, because this song was huge in like hip hop samples and stuff like that, they talking about like get this money, so
right.
But what I love about this jam is how funky that what we started by saying, that bass guitar played by Mr. Anthony Jackson. That bass line is iconic. If you look up bass line, you'll see a picture of the For the Love of Money bass line. However that would look, the wavelengths, I don't know. However that would look, it would be a picture of that. It's so funky. And that bass line was described as a landmark, quote unquote, landmark bass line in a 2005 issue of Bass Player magazine. I was like, accurate.
Yeah.
I can, yeah. Dun.
It's funky.
It's funky.
I love
Kenneth Gamble on a whim though added that echo to the bass line. If when you listen to it, you do hear it echoing. And then it keeps going. He did that like on a whim, and they ended up loving it. Like he was like, let me just add an echo right here.
Hey, and magic was made.
You know how they just randomly think of stuff. How about an echo?
Why not? Throw that in there. Success. Iconic.
Right.
Music created instantly.
I
love it.
And that's my first jam by the OJs.
Beautiful, beautiful way to start. Well, my turn to introduce my group for today. And any of y'all that have listened to anything else I've said, you probably already know who this is going to be.
Like, we know who baby sister gonna talk
y'all
about.
already know who I picked, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. The group I'm honoring today is the Isley Brothers. My favorites. My favorites. Now, the Isley Brothers are an American musical group originally from Cincinnati, Ohio. So we both coming out of Ohio today, which I did not know before we prepared this episode.
Come on, Ohio.
Right? Come on. Okay. They began as a vocal trio consisting of the brothers O'Kelly Isley Jr., Rudolph Isley, and of course, Ronald Isley in the 1950s. Now, younger brothers Ernie and Marvin and Rudolph's brother-in-law Chris Jasper joined the group in 1973 and turned this original vocal trio into a complete band. And that led the group to reaching the height of their success. Now, with a career spanning over 7 decades, the group has had one of the longest, most influential, and most diverse careers of popular music.
That's
the Isley
insanity.
Brothers. Yes.
7 decades.
7 decades. People don't even be living 7 decades sometimes.
Right.
Like, and your career has been 7 decades. That's insane. That's longer
insane.
than a lifetime, technically.
Seriously.
Woo. So, the Isley Brothers have sold over 18 million units in the United States alone, with their first major hit charting in 1959, which was Shout. And their last one in 2001, Contagious. That if I think about Contagious too long, I'm going to sing it for the rest of this episode. So let's move right along.
How many times have we broken out in song randomly while we're together? What?
If you start, I can say, if I just wonder what's going on, just if I'm like, what's going on? Then there you go. For the rest of the day, I'm singing Contagious. It doesn't take much. Okay. So
between the sheets in my home. What?
Baby, wait, let me explain. See, and now there we go. The rest of the episode is Contagious. We've gone too far.
Okay. Too far.
So the Isleys are among the few groups ever to have hit the Billboard Hot 100 with new music in 6 different decades. And as of 2024, Ronald and Ernie continue to perform. Icons. Icons.
Period. Point blank.
Period. Okay. So my first jam is Voyage to Atlantis.
No, I don't.
As I always say, arguably my favorite jam. Which is it? I don't know. We'll see. No, but anyway, let's just go. Let's talk about it. Voyage to Atlantis by the Isley Brothers. This track is a true gem. Okay. Released back in 1977 on their 15th album, Go For Your Guns. This album is packed with hits, right? But Voyage to Atlantis really stands out, like with this smooth, soulful vibe. Bruh,
It does.
it really does. It's just
Literally.
like it takes you on a journey, I feel like, which I guess is the point, because I mean it's Voyage to Atlantis. So
Right,
that's
and it
probably what
feel-
they were going
right.
for.
Yep,
Like
yep.
to feel
Mhm.
like you're going on this journey or this
Mhm.
voyage. I
Yes.
mean, like right from that opening guitar riff by Ernie, like just fire straight out the gate. It's got that dreamy, like almost otherworldly feel to it, right? Making it just perfect for chilling and just getting lost in your thoughts. I
Chilling,
love it.
driving, sailing.
Yes.
All of them.
Sailing for sure.
Sailing.
For sure.
Yes.
Man.
Mm.
So although it didn't really chart as a single, it has become a fan favorite over the years. And it's one of those songs that might not have been like a commercial hit, but it's definitely stood the test of time. Like it's a classic in its own right. And I'm like, I'm very surprised to learn that it didn't really make a huge impact on the charts. I'm like, what's happening?
I'm like,
What
as much
the
as
is
we
going on
Wait, what is going on
between the charts?
between these
and-
charts? What's going on
Anyway,
between these charts?
I don't know. I need to understand. But personally, I love Voyage to Atlantis just because it does feel like you're like being transported to another world. I like music where I feel like I can just like zone out kind of, and this is that. It's just so it's like his voice trails off into the atmosphere or something, and you just go with it. You just go with it.
You go over there.
I love it. Right? Like the harmonies are perfect. The guitar is perfect. It get me every time. Just take
It
me away,
does.
Voyage to Atlantis.
It's like one of those outer space songs, like we said that before. Like you
Yes.
feel like you're in outer space, you don't hear
Right.
nothing but this jam. It's like
It's intergalactic.
yes, like you're
Yes.
sitting on your patio or your balcony. All you need is a drink. You don't even want your phone.
Woo. Yep. Exactly.
Mm.
Which I have a fun memory. I should have said that. Yeah, I do have a. You've like basically already said the memory, but I do have a fun memory of when my daddy was down here for your son's graduation, and me and my daddy stayed up on my balcony with drinks for I don't know how long. It was the middle of the night. It was late, and we sitting out there. It was just beautiful weather, and I was playing the playlist, the title playlist, with the Isleys versus Earth, Wind, and Fire from their verses, the COVID versus whatever, Instagram versus. So the title was having playlists of the set list from the versus shows, I guess you want to call them. And so I just like ran the Isleys and Earth, Wind, and Fire versus playlist down, and me and my daddy just sat there and drank and talked late off into the night, and it was a great memory, and I love it. And this was definitely one of those jams, and it was like perfect for that moment.
Literally every single one of these songs, like working on these notes, have made me think about being in the garage.
Yes.
With your dad.
Yes.
And like barbecuing, or we just chilling,
Yes.
You know how he would always start talking about these songs. You know this song, blah blah blah. Listen to this, and I'm like, Roger. I love it.
So many
I
of
love
these
it.
are his vibe. Yes, it was a good night. So that is my first jam.
Love.
Love.
That's all there is to it. Okay,
pretty much.
Girl, such a good memory. Like
on to your second jam.
Oh, that put me in my feelings a little bit. Give me a second.
I know. We love family. Cause
yes, we
it's
do.
like that. It's like these two groups in particular, the Isleys and the OJs, are like I don't know. Their music doesn't represent family time or cookouts or barbecues or whatever, but like they kind of do. Like, I mean, the
They
music isn't
do,
about that, but that's what so many of
but
us I
they
feel
get
like
played
connect
there
their
though.
music to, right?
Yeah.
Like so many of us connect their music to those good memories with
Well,
your
because
uncle or with your daddy or with
yeah.
whoever in the
Mhm.
summer, and it's just
Yep.
it's lit. It's lit.
Because Roger put on that barbecue, and he would have to have that music on in the garage. And if
Always the
we
music on.
coming in and out of the garage, or in and
Mhm.
out of the house, me and you, we going and seeing what he doing. He got some of that music on. And then if we go for a ride, because we would go for a ride,
Yep.
all of us in the car, just riding by the beach. These songs would
Mhm.
be playing. Like, it's all these
Yep.
memories. I love it, sister. Thank you. Love.
Of course.
Okay,
Mhm.
girl. Let me go and get to my second gym. We gotta watch the time. So let me go.
Or maybe we don't gotta watch time. Maybe it'd be a little long since it's only bi-weekly. We'll keep y'all here a little longer. We'll see.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see though. We'll see. Because
We'll see. We'll see.
y'all people's attention spans be zilch.
Uh-oh. Hang in there, y'all.
But okay. So my second OJ's jam, girl, is
Mm-hmm.
Cry Together.
Yes.
Cry together.
Boy.
There ain't nothing wrong with you. There ain't nothing
There
wrong
ain't
with
nothing
me.
wrong with me. Mm-mm.
We just need to talk this out. Girl, okay, let me get
Boy.
girl. Okay, because this is what songs used to be about. Okay, this is what
For
songs
real,
used to be
boy.
about. Girl. Like we gonna get into
We
it.
gonna get into it.
Okay.
Twins, jinx.
Woo! Right. Cry Together. Child. Where are my notes? Yeah, it's a 1970 girl.
Just speak from the heart, baby.
Oh, this song, I swear, for the Lords. It's a 1978 track from their 12th studio album, So Full of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so again with this track, we see Gamble and Huff, another Gamble and Huff banger. And they did the songwriting, they did the production. And it was not one of the singles released from this album. So Cry Together was one of those fire deep cuts from the album. And I was like, oh.
So how do I know it? Because clearly this was before my time. How do I know a deep cut from the OJs?
It's like, yeah, because I wasn't putting it on. Like
right, like where I get this from, but this is just that fire, I guess.
I was not even here on this earth. So but so undoubtedly the OJs, like I mentioned earlier, they had their biggest success in the 70s. And this album gave us two of their most iconic singles. Used to Be My Girl. She used to be my girl. And Brandy. Both of those were on this album. I gonna miss you, Brandy.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but by far my favorite song from this album is Cry Together. Period. Okay. So Cry Together is this emotional ballad, and Eddie and Walter kill these damn vocals. I swear they do. Okay. I mean, sheesh. So this was just a testament to the fact that the OJs can masterfully and beautifully give us both the funk and the ballads.
Yes.
That's how you know you fire, when you can do funk and ballads.
Get you a group that could do both.
That can do both. Get you a group that can do both. Because they could do both of them.
Because they could definitely do both.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So Cry Together is basically about those emotional lows that come along with being in a romantic relationship, because they come. And Eddie and his woman, they in bed, and it's like this huge wall has been between them. And they acknowledge that, like they need to have some open communication about their issues. And so the song, the lyrics, they start crying together as they reconnect and as they talk and remember why they were in love with each other in the first place, and they cry together. Girl.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God, I love this song so damn hard. And I feel like, what are we gonna say?
No, I'm just thinking about the very beginning of the song. So he's got the little monologue at the beginning, right? And then as soon as the singing comes in, I ain't never heard nobody say last night so beautifully. Why? I said, this man sounds like, I don't even know why his voice is so beautiful. Just them two words. Last night, me and my woman. Yeah,
girl, that's Walter. That's Walter. And then Eddie come in behind the said we. That's Eddie coming in. Girl, because Eddie, he gonna sing. Okay,
he is.
Girl, that was Walter at the beginning. Girl, yes, the way it starts, it's like
beautiful.
Girl, let me
put it together.
This song, like, I feel like we consistently mention, like we mentioned in prior episodes, this void of vulnerability in love songs today, and like in society, not just in music.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Let us be clear.
Let's be clear, because we can't just get on music. I get the podcast is about music, but it's void in relationship. It's missing. And this jam is the epitome of vulnerability. It's like,
yes,
all we have to do is talk. Girl, I was reading the lyrics and I knew the lyrics, but when you read them without,
you read them.
And I was reading this and I was like, oh my God, y'all so right, Eddie and Walter. All you got to do is talk. You can work it out. Let me kiss your eyes. Let me kiss your tears away. I'm like,
yeah, for real.
Between Walter and Eddie's insane vocals, like you mentioned, like you so brilliantly mentioned, and then that fire orchestral instrumentation, them horns and strings, and then like towards the end, particularly towards the end, that's when the strings come in. I'm like, it's a masterpiece.
Truly,
literally,
straight like
girl. That. Woo! That's my second one, girl. Child.
Oh, this is going deeper than I thought. I don't have so many feelings in this episode.
Right. Like, you talk about Roger, I'm like, okay.
Lord.
Like cry together. I'm like,
also, I feel like we're making it sound like my father is no longer with us, and he very much is. We're like, remember when he did this and he used to he's still with us. He just lives in Indiana still.
He lives in a different state. That's all, y'all.
That's all, y'all. We just miss him because he's far away, but he is very much still with us.
Yes, and we miss our youth and things like that.
Right.
So, that's
the part. We miss when we was at the house with him and he was barbecuing. Because
now
we're grown and he's not.
Now we're grown and he does not barbecue anymore.
I mean, look, he still do when we go in town. But anyway, okay. That's just some clarity there.
Yeah. Just a little side.
It's our good memories. Okay. My second jam. I'm sorry. Just got to make sure we make that clear. Right. He is still with us.
Yes.
All right. My second jam is Hello, It's Me. Boy.
It's important to me.
It's important that you know you are free.
That you know
I never want to make you change. I'm about to start crying. Okay. All right. So,
why though? Why are we about to cry?
Everyone know. Is anybody listening about to cry? Are y'all feeling emotional? Is it something wrong with me?
Or is we just sad as hell? Because that's also true.
Are we just sad in general? Like, what's happening? Okay, so Hello, It's Me.
Yes.
This jam is from the Isley Brothers' 12th album, which I think I said Voyage to Atlantis was from their 15th album. Like, why do the Isley Brothers got so many stinking albums? Is the
right.
Question.
Because
your 12th album,
your 18th album, you're just that fire. You're just that fire.
Y'all was really working. They was really working.
Yes.
But this is from their 12th album, 1974's Live It Up. So the song is actually a cover of I can never say this man's name. Rundgren. Todd Rundgren's original. But the Isley brothers put their own soulful spin on it, of course.
Oh, of course.
Now,
Of course.
of course.
Yeah,
Now,
they did.
Ronald Isley's vocals are so heartfelt and, as always, so smooth. And the whole arrangement just adds like a new layer of depth to the song, right?
Period.
So, period. Now, it
Period.
reached number 14 on the Billboard Hot 100 and it hit number 8 on the R&B charts, which just shows you how much people loved what the Isleys did with this jam, because fire and desire.
Yes.
And then, of course, a cool little point. I have mentioned this before. T.I. sampled Hello, It's Me and his song Hello on his 2006 album King.
He sure did.
Yes,
He
I
sure
covered
did.
that jam in our episode number 5, our favorite samples, because the T.I. song is definitely my jam.
Period.
Very much my jam. A beautiful use of this sample. Woo.
Yes.
Okay. And
You
that
are
one puts
correct
me in
about
some sort of feeling too. Okay. Some
Yeah.
sort of feeling.
Girl,
But
that's
it
how
is
this
just
music do. That's how this music do.
that's how this music do. And
Okay.
that's what I'm finna say. Like, it's just amazing to see how the Isleys music continues to influence artists across all these different genres, even decades later. Like, oh, this came out in 1974, and in 2006, T.I. sampling it, and it's fire. And
Right.
it's 2024 now, and I'm still talking about both of those. Like, T.I.'s
Right.
song is 18
Both of
years
these.
old at this point.
Oh, wow.
Is that
Wow,
18?
okay.
Did I do that math right?
Is
Lord?
that-
No,
is
y'all
that
know.
right?
Yeah. 2006 to 16 to 26 will be
Yeah,
20 years minus 2.
yeah.
Yeah, it's 18
Yeah.
years.
Keep going. Keep talking. Keep talking.
You know, 18 years ago. The
That is-
T.I. song was 18 years ago.
Right.
This is insanity. But what really draws me to Hello, It's Me is like the emotion in the song. Like, it sounds so sincere, and it's like he's having a conversation with you and he's just like really pouring his heart out, and I'm like, I feel feelings.
I
Like,
feel
the Isley
feelings.
brothers have this incredible ability to, like, again, make a song their own and make you really feel it. Like, you just and this one's no different. It's just like, I don't know, that's the
It's like
sincerity
feelings
that they
come.
bring to it is just like amazing. Yeah,
The feelings
I
come.
just can't deal.
They swallow you up. You know, they
That
swallow.
you just get swallowed,
swallowed up.
Yeah. We can't take nothing serious. Help us, Lord.
Will help us.
this-
Okay. If
But
you ever been
that-
swallowed up, you know.
I was swallowed up when I listened to the playlist this morning in the grocery store. I know
Yes.
people was like, is she all right? She really is looking at them cereal options for a long time. Ma'am, I'm in my
Ma'am,
feelings, okay?
mind
Just
your
don't
business.
walk
People
around
need
me.
to mind their business a little bit more than they do.
Just go right around me, ma'am. Okay,
Go
thanks.
around and pick your cereal. Thanks.
But yo, Hello, It's Me is woo. Cause I never want to make you change. I mean, you never want to make me change. Thank you. Don't change, girl. That's how it should be. You
Girl.
shouldn't want to make me change. You should love me for who I am. Anyway,
And Ronald just sing a song though. That's my thing about it.
and do.
Okay.
Woo. But that is my second jam.
Hunty. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me get on, girl. Let me try to get on.
We're gonna try.
It's heavy, girl. It's heavy.
I'm like, because the overwhelm is real here, and I'm
overwhelm.
really surprised. I didn't realize this what we were getting into. I don't know why I didn't realize. I should have probably known, but
I don't know, because I
Taking by
listened to
surprise.
all the songs, and now we talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah,
yes.
okay. But anyway, I love it, sister. Thank you. My third
Thank you.
jam by the OJ's, girl. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is Loving You.
Mm-hmm.
And so here is another one, because my sister brought up Walter bringing in Cry Together. Here come Walter again, opening up Loving You. Loving you.
Yes.
Has made my life much sweeter, baby.
Yes.
Baby, girl. Okay, Loving You. Okay. All right.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Loving You is the 1987. When I'm loving
You know what?
you, girl.
It's a concert.
Feels so good inside. Woo, baby. I think that's Walter.
whoever it is, they have a beautiful
Girl,
voice.
whoever it is, fine. I think that is Walter, though. I don't know. But anyway, Loving You, let me get to it, is a 1987 single by the OJs from their 19th studio album, Let Me Touch You. Okay, and people don't say that no more. Let me shut up. Okay.
Not since 112.
Anyway, right. Yeah. Can I
Can I
touch you?
touch
112 was the last ones. They were the last ones. Don't nobody want to touch you no more. I mean, come on, y'all. Anyway,
Get with it.
not one, now. Okay, so here's the crazy thing that I found out about Loving You. It is not one of their most commercially successful albums. Not Loving You, but the album Let Me Touch You. It's not one of their most commercially successful albums, but it did reach number 3 on the Billboard R&B albums charts with the help of this single. But I was like, weird, if I could buy albums then, but I was but a young warthog. But if I could buy albums, I would have bought it, but okay, y'all, whatever. So Loving You topped the Billboard R&B charts for 1 week, and it was the OJ's first number 1 on that chart since She Used to Be My Girl. She used to be my girl in 1978. So Loving You is the final OJ's number 1 to be written and produced by Gamble and Huff. So here with Loving You, here we go with another soulful ballad from the OJs. And it's expressing the joy of being in love and how being with a particular love can make your life better, sweeter. It's made my life much sweeter, baby. Girl, baby, since I've got... Okay. And it talks about how being in love can make you feel good. And that's Eddie on that part. From my head down to my toe, and sometimes I want to shout and scream. They want to shout and scream.
Eddie voice for me.
It is always Eddie for me, okay? Because Walter be like, love it. Eddie got to come in with the
force and the power.
Because she got to hear it. You see what I'm saying? She got to understand what this is.
Say it again for the people in the back, Eddie.
Eddie, let him reinforce this, please. You're the enforcer.
Yes.
Right.
Enforcer.
Did you hear what Walter said?
Listen.
Anyway. Now, around this time, the quiet storm genre of music was dominating in R&B soul music, right? Like, period. And so the OJs kind of helped to pioneer that sound. And this jam fit right on in there. And so, with this jam, we know the vocals are fire. It's Eddie and Walter, But again, we see some fantastic instrumentation. Girl, when I was looking at like the credits, like the song credits, because I do that when we prepare, and I'm looking at these credits, I'm realizing that I love horns and strings. Those are my favorite instruments. Those are my favorite, And so, of course, strings and horns, that encapsulates a lot of different instruments that are in those horns and strings. But I love that particularly in this song. So the composer is Jack Faith. And we consistently see like this slower kind of warm piano and horns arrangement as Walter is singing his part at the beginning, lovey, and you got the piano and all that stuff. And then you get this energetic build as we see Eddie do the pre-chorus. Like it goes slow, baby, and then it goes up and then it goes back down when Walter comes back in. And I'm like, this is so fire. It's insane.
Sending me on a ride. It's like a ride. It's a ride.
It is.
I love it.
That's
I love it.
jam, girl.
Ooh, beautiful. All right. On to my third jam.
Okay, girl.
Maybe for real might be my favorite of these 5. I don't know, y'all. Why do I even play this game with y'all?
Right. Don't play the game. All of them are equally number 1.
You're probably right. So my third number 1 jam from the Isley.
All it is, I'm a number 1 Isley.
Listen, yeah, My number one jam again. And number 3 in the number ones is Make Me Say It Again, Girl. Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Woo.
Mm-mm.
Jam here. This jam here. This one was written by Chris Jasper, Ronald Isley, O'Kelly Isley, Marvin Isley, Ernie Isley, and Ronald Isley. A lot of folks went into this, but okay.
Oh, I think you
All
said
of them.
Ronald twice.
I
First one
didn't.
Rudolph.
I said, did I say Rudolph or Ronald? Lord,
Ronald.
help us.
It's okay.
I don't know. Oh, my bad, y'all.
She meant
I
Rudolph.
meant Rudolph and then Ronald later. Okay. Make Me Say It Again, Girl originally appeared on the Isley Brothers 1975 album, The Heat Is On, as a 2-part movement. Make Me Say It Again, Girl, Part 1 and 2. So, The Heat Is On was super successful with 2 million copies sold in the United States, becoming the group's first number 1 project on the Billboard 200 albums chart. Now, side note, the opening track from Destiny's Child self-titled 1998 debut studio album, Second Nature, sampled Make Me Say It Again, Girl, Part 1 and 2. And then nearly 25 years later, Beyonce and Ronald Isley were able to coordinate their schedules and collaborate for the Isley's 2022 comeback album, Make Me Say It Again, Girl. Right. Now, the remake went to the top 10 on the U.S. R&B and hip hop airplay chart and the number 1 on the U.S. adult R&B song chart, remaining for 37 weeks. It became their first top 10 hit in over 20 years since the Grammy-nominated single, again, Contagious, when it peaked at number 1 on the chart. We're going to go past that real fast.
We didn't say that.
So, y'all, Make Me Say It Again, Girl is such a vibe from these Isley brothers, okay?
Oh, child. Girl.
You're all I need.
You're all I need.
Okay.
You're all I need. Okay.
Woo. Woo. But the crossover episode of my favorite, the Isleys and my favorite Beyonce coming together for this. I like to call it a crossover episode. In my life, that's what it is. It's a crossover episode. My old school favorites and my current favorite coming together and making a remake of my favorite. How dare
Girl, did you lose your mind?
Did you lose your mind? Do you remember I sent you and mom like a little, when I heard it playing on the radio, I think, for the first time. Was it the radio or was it on Tidal? I don't know. I was in the car and I come across this remake with Beyonce on it. And I'm like, I know they lying. They got to be lying. I like recorded a video of my screen, like the radio screen in my car, just like did a video of it and sent it to my mama and Missy. And I'm like, y'all, I know they lying.
No,
right?
I know they lied.
This cannot be Beyonce and the Isley brothers on the same track. It just can't. I can't, because that's too much for me. Like, they wouldn't have done that to me because they know they're gonna kill me if they do this. Why would they do that? I was truly overwhelmed. The joy I felt in my spirit with Beyonce and the Isley brothers being on a song, y'all don't even understand. You don't even know.
Girl, you was probably had me look into it to see if it's real. Is this real?
Because I'm like, what am I hearing? Like, is this a mashup? Is this just a DJ doing? No, it's a real song. Beautiful. But the original, of course, is always gonna win in my heart. Though I mean, Beyonce certainly can't make anything worse. It was just great. But the original is Chef's Kiss. Make Me Say It Again, girl. It's so soft and sensual and beautiful. I just love it. I love it so hard.
Girl.
Definitely top tier Isleys. And I realized that I literally picked all ballads from the Isleys, and they have funk jams, but
I mean, but it's the ballads
from them.
It's the ballads with them, though. Like we've heard some of their funky jams, and it's like, and they cool.
I'm sure they good. I mean, like they good, but the ballads is something else.
The ballads, though. I mean, don't nobody do ballad like Ronald. It's like,
this is true. Well, that's my jam.
Woo.
Girl, I know, right? I do feel like I'm about to sweat or something. Like, do we need a break? Like, I have a little interlude here. I mean, not an interlude, intermission.
Interlude,
whatever.
Interlude, whatever. You know. But I go
In
into
the
my
mission.
fourth jam so my sister can get her a drink.
Mm-hmm.
So my fourth jam from the OJs is give the people what they want.
Get the people what they want.
Girl. So with this jam, I'm back on the funky side. And I made it back to the funky side of the OJs. Okay.
Come on,
So funk. Give the people what they want is a 1975 soul funk record. And it was the first single from their 8th studio album, Survival. The other single released from this album was their top 10 hit, Make Love to You. Girl, you know Eddie sang that part.
I could tell from your face.
Yeah.
This must be Eddie's part.
Yeah, that's Eddie right there. That's what she's doing. It's just like me. So this one and Get the People What They Want. Those was the singles, girl.
Okay.
So another gambling, Give the People What They Want became a #1 R&B hit for the group.
Mm-hmm.
It's a jam that is pure funk. Like it is funky time. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, from the opening drum solo, and then the drum, and then that bass line. That must have been Anthony Jackson again. I can't remember.
Must have been.
Like, I'm like, yes, whatever y'all about to sing about, yes. It's funky, and then them horns and strings come in again. My fave. They come in again. And I have to give props to Don Ronaldo. So Don Ronaldo was over the horns and strings section.
Mm-hmm.
It is by far my favorite sound in compositions. And he also gave us that in Cry Together too. So that was him in Cry Together. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So
talent.
He is bomb across all these records and the horns and strings. Got it.
Love it.
So given how funky this song is, it is actually a song that's, in the lyrics, they're talking about like they're yearning for social justice, freedom, equal rights, among all races and ethnicity. So it's like you're so busy jamming, you're like, oh yeah, they're singing about some deep stuff,
some important issues.
Yeah, like these are some important social justice issues, but hey,
it's a jam.
Get people what they want. I'm like, hey, yeah.
I mean, the way he say "want" is funky.
Right.
What they want is funky.
It's funky, and you'll easily think like, "Hey, get the people the music," but actually, no. They're talking about truth and equality. Oh, that's what we want. Oh,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we do. But we gonna jam it.
Message. Right. So you get a message across, you make it sound good.
Right. Girl, that jam's so funky. I'll never forget D-Nice during the pandemic. D-Nice did a live with Eddie Levert.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to try to find it so I could because D-Nice asked him specifically about this song because D-Nice loved it so much. And he was like, bro, how did y'all come up with this drum? And so I couldn't find it on his Instagram page because I was gonna put what he said in my notes, and I couldn't find it. They must have took it down. But I watched that whole live because I love me some OJs. And before he interviewed them, he did a OJ set, so I was there for that. And then I watched the interview. Eddie was hilarious. He was freaking hilarious. He cussed and everything. Eddie just don't care.
I mean, he's old,
so good. Yeah, I mean, he still look good though. I'm like, you look good, sir. Okay, Eddie. All right, come on.
I love it.
That's
definitely a jam. Perfect. All right, we rounding home, as they say on one of my other favorite podcasts. We're rounding home. My fourth jam is Groove With You. Now this this is the one made me feel like I'm in the garage at my daddy barbecue. Like I feel like Groove With You is the one that be playing.
It's literally the first line for me. It's literally the first line for me.
Thinking of you.
I'm like, bro,
thinking of me. Yes, I have. How did you know?
I'm like, all these bangers. I don't understand.
Banger after banger.
After banger.
So,
Yes.
boy, Group With You is from their album Showdown, the 16th studio album by the Isley Brothers, released on April 22nd of 1978 on their T-Neck Records label. Now, singles released from this album include their number one funk disco hit, Take Me to the Next Phase, and this one, which was a top 20 R&B slower jam, of course, Group With You.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, the album became another platinum album for the Isley, so success, of course.
Platinum.
Right? Now, the Groove With You has this like romantic, almost hypnotic quality to it that draws you in, like we just said, from the first note. And it be that for me. It's like when from the beginning,
right,
I'm overwhelmed.
When you hit from the beginning.
I'm like, first note. I'm like, I'm just taken aback immediately. Immediately. And what I love, I think, most about Groove With You is how timeless it is, right? Like, even though, again, it's old, it's an old song, over 4 decades old, it still feels fresh and relevant and like a jam, and like it does not feel like an old song. I'm gonna jam to this now.
I'm going to put it on now.
Tonight. I'm gonna spin this vinyl when we get off of this call. Like, I'm going to put it on my record player. I'm going to make another drink and I'm going to vibe. That's what I'm really going to do. So the way the Isleys just like craft these songs, like with such emotion and like the little things and so like the details is that's what makes it never go out of style, I think. And then also I feel like there's I don't know if I'm being influenced by the fact that their music has been sampled so many times or not, but it does feel like they're like the instrumentation and the beats, whatever, the sound of their jam seems more modern than it should. And maybe that's just because modern people have used it. I don't know. But I think sound like that.
Yeah. I think you're alluding to the point that you made, that it's timeless. That's how music sounds when it's timeless for you. Like, it's like, like, oh, this sound like,
exactly. Like now, 30 years from now, still.
Right. It sound like your nephew gonna put it on when he in his 40s. You know what I mean? It's like,
and it's gonna be like, oh, this song's almost 100 years old. It sounds like now. Like, what? What's happening? I don't know. But just that is what, like, just that's why the Isleys are top of the line for me. Because I should not be able to vibe with y'all this hard, and I'm this young compared to y'all. Like, I should not be this into it, but I am, and here we are.
Yeah.
So that is my fourth jam.
Girl.
Oh, love these.
Girl. Okay. Five. Number 5. And the fifth jam. Okay. My last one, girl. We had our last one.
All right.
So my fifth and final jam by the OJs is Stairway to Heaven. Again. Girl. You know. So again, another jam with the opening. You know how it starts with that kind of musical opening. Here we go. Girl, how you just start out the gate. Fire.
It's giving church. It's giving
romantic. Here we go. Girl. Stairway to Heaven is a 1975 track from their 9th album, Family Reunion. A family reunion.
First of all, I feel like we just sang that like last week. Or I mean, whenever episode recently, I feel like we was on here talking about a family reunion. Why? I don't know. But here we go again. A family reunion.
Okay. Girl, also a jam, but you know, I had to narrow my choices in, but Family Reunion, yes. But anyway, what was I even saying? It's from their it's from their ninth studio album, Family Reunion. Family Reunion.
We can't get past that.
We can't.
A family reunion.
Yeah. Why can't we get past Family Reunion? Okay. Oh Lord, I'm hot. Okay, and so here we go. Gambling Huff again. It's like they consistently put out fires. Like y'all were the Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, LA and Babyface. Like y'all were apparently doing it. You know. I mean, but like that, the orders flipped, of course. Like, but y'all get it. Y'all get what I'm saying.
We know what you mean. Yeah.
Gamble and Huff definitely gave OJs their biggest hits. And they, along with the OJs, like they were just like the dream team, basically what I was just saying. Like, oh, so y'all were the dream team. Okay, so y'all were like Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Janet Jackson. Got it.
Right, that part.
That. So anyway, so imagine to my surprise, sister, when I learned that Stairway to Heaven was absolutely not a single. It was not released commercially as a single from this album.
How do I know it?
Right. So the only singles from this album was I Love Music. I love music and Living for the Weekend, which is also a jam. Living for the Weekend. Stairway to Heaven was the B-side to the Living for the Weekend single release. So 45, it was the B-side. And I was like, what? So Stairway to Heaven apparently received so much heavy Quiet Storm radio airplay that even though it was a deep cut, it still became one of their most famous, well-known songs. So I'm like, that is the power of the radio back in the day.
Man.
Because you couldn't play. Because if you had bet me, was Stairway to Heaven a single? I'd be like, of course it was. No, it wasn't. I would have lost the money. I would have lost the bet. So Stairway to Heaven is this beautiful, soulful ballad that alludes to like this step-by-step journey to a forever love with your partner. And we're going step by step together to this love that's going to last for the rest of our lives. So that's the heaven analogy, right? Because heaven is forever, type thing. But they're talking about this love though. We leaving the troubles behind. They're being together. It's the ultimate wedding song too. I mean, how many times have we seen this played at a wedding?
Yes.
Okay. Our wedding song gonna be Stairway to Heaven to OJ. Like
not gonna lie, when I was listening to the playlist earlier, I was like, let me go on and put this on my vow renewal playlist. Now our vow renewal is definitely still like 4 years away, but am I already planning? Yes. And, is this gonna be there? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, because it's such a beautiful romantic song. Like it's perfect for weddings, vow renewals. But you know what my favorite line is Eddie. Walk with me, cause the door is open. Talk with me. Girl,
why she didn't wait till I swallow my drink? You gonna have me choke.
Sorry.
Lord.
Girl, you know we started going off towards the end. Walk with me, talk with me.
My sister do love when somebody start going off.
I love a going off moment. I love a going off moment in a song. And Eddie does that. Don't you want to go? Walk with me.
I mean, I do want to. I love it.
And that's it for my OJs, my mighty OJs. That's it.
Woo, mighty OJs. Woo. Well, on to my fifth and final jam. I'm sad to see this come to a close, y'all. I'm wrapping it up with For the Love of You. Sometimes titled For the Love of You Part 1 and 2, as many of these songs are. Now, For the Love of You was released as the second single off of their 1975 album, again, The Heat Is On. Now, it was released in September of 75 after the success of its predecessor, Fight the Power. Y'all know that. Okay, y'all know Fight the Power. So the success of Fight the Power has started to dwindle, leading to a drop off the charts. But For the Love of You nearly repeated that success, reaching number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100, giving the brothers 2 top 40 singles off of one album, as opposed to one every album, making it the first time that had happened since their 1972 album, Brother, 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 where 2 top 40 singles came from that one, which was Work to Do and Pop That Thing. First of all, I don't know Pop That Thing.
I don't know Pop That Thing.
I'm like, what
was
song
y'all
is
singing about? What was y'all talking about?
Thang. It's not even Thing. It's definitely Thang. But don't know
what.
I'm gonna have to go and look into that one.
Like Ronald, Pop what? Pop what? Ronald? Like what y'all talking about?
That Thang. You know what that thing is. So the song's success was credited to the album sequencing, in which the harder funk and rock-oriented first 3 tracks were placed on side 1, while the more melodic, sensual soul ballads were placed on side 2. And so I always wondered why the songs say part 1 and 2. Like, I was always confused. I'm like, okay, I guess because the albums were made like that. So now I see who inspired Nelly's album Sweatsuit and Beyonce's I Am Sasha Fierce album with these, let's put all the hype stuff on one part. Nelly's Sweatsuit, I think, was 2 discs actually. And Beyonce's wasn't 2 discs, I don't think, but Nelly's Sweatsuit, I think it was.
Was it?
2
Okay.
CDs. I think
now,
so.
I didn't have Sweatsuit. Did you have Sweatsuit?
Elise has Sweatsuit.
Okay.
I don't think I had it, but if Elise had it, that means I kind of had it too.
right. Yeah.
But I think
I had it.
Like, then I had it.
That was my
shared But I think it was 2 CDs. And then didn't Montel Jordan have something going on like that too? I feel like, I don't know if he did or not, but I know Nelly for sure. Sweatsuit had some, his fast stuff and then some slow stuff. And I Am Sasha Fierce was set up like that too. So I said, okay, I see where y'all got that from. But For the Love of You is definitely a jam.
That's at a lot of cookouts too. That's another cookout jam.
Yes, it is. Oh, and it's another. It's one of the Isley essentials. I think this is one of the top ones that people think of. When it's like, okay, Isley Brothers, For the Love of You.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely, yeah. But the fact that all 5 of these though is Isley Brothers essentials, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like all 5 of these. It's essentials. Yeah.
Their whole career is essential.
Yeah, true. Very true. All 89 albums is Isley Brothers essentials.
All of them. But the vinyl I have, I think, is that no, it ain't essentials. I don't know what I got. Anyway, I'm sure I'll make some little social media content with it this week. I'll go look at my collection and see what I got over there.
Go on and send
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But that is my 5th and final jam. All that
Love, Whoa, girl, they can say.
Yes. But that's it. Oh, this was good.
It was, girl. Woo! Girl, I'm energized after that. Yes. But now it is time for
Random Music
Rap. And I think you are on the hot seat this time, right, sister?
I think so.
Yes. I think I got an easy one for you.
Okay, you should have given me a hard one because I keep on stumping you. You should have gave me, but it's okay. We'll see.
I mean, I thought about it because I did see some hard ones, and I was like, I don't even know. But okay,
I mean, this might not be easy. I might not get this one, so we'll see.
Okay, and here's the question.
Okay,
who was the first woman ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Tina Turner. I don't know.
No, but that is an excellent guess.
Hold on, let me guess one more time.
Okay.
Madonna.
Oh, another good one, but no.
I don't know.
The very first woman inducted was Aretha Franklin.
Okay. Dang, I should have known that. See, that wasn't easy after all. I didn't know.
But all the learning was key.
All the learning. Okay, Aretha.
All right. Go ahead, girl. I mean,
I love it.
Here for it.
I mean, like rightfully so, yes, but
I mean, right, exactly. It's like, but the fact that the very first woman ever was Aretha, I'm like, okay, Aretha, go and killing it.
Like, go off, sis.
Go off and go off. Period.
Yes. All right, y'all. Well, that's all we got. We gonna get out of here. This was super fun. Again, thank you, especially to anybody that's new here this week. We love you. Thanks for joining. We hope you come back next week. And to our OG Jam fam, of course, we'll see
We love
y'all.
y'all.
I said next week. See, I gotta get used to bi-weekly. We'll
Right.
see y'all 2 weeks from now.
Yes. And we
2
love
weeks
y'all
from
so much for listening. Whoever listened today and whoever listened, period, ever, we love you.
Yes. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of My Sister's Jam podcast. Please remember to rate and review the show. Follow us on social media at My Sister's Jam on Facebook and Instagram. And if you have questions or feedback, you can always email us at mysistersjam@gmail.com. And shout out to Matt Monroe Music for our original intro music. Thanks. See you next week. Bye.